Hi students, it's Mr. Paul. Today I want to talk briefly about using the SOAPSTone analytical framework for primary historical sources. You should take notes on this slide and use the SOAPSTone acronym as a structure for your notes as well as for your historical analysis. SOAPSTone you should remember from English. If you need additional support on it, please ask your English teacher. Anyone can support you on the use of this analytical framework. Remember that primary historical sources can be written documents, certainly, but also so many others. Audio records of political speeches, a play, a novel, a work of art, or a piece of music. All of those are primary sources, and all of them can be analyzed with the SOAPSTone framework. Pause the video as needed to record these notes and use the SOAPSTone acronym written down the side of your page to guide these notes. The S in SOAPSTone stands for speaker, and you may encounter two speakers in your historical analysis. One is the author, the person who actually created the text. The other, the person whose voice is captured in the text, is the speaker. We may be hearing the author's voice directly, but we may also hear the voice of a character in a play or in a novel created by the author, who is the speaker in the text. The O in SOAPSTone stands for occasion. When was the text created? On what occasion? And what is the historical context? What's going on at the time and in the place when this text was created? Remember that historical context is all about time, place, and circumstance. So examine the occasion on which the text was created. The A in SOAPSTone stands for audience. Who is the intended viewer or reader of this historical text? Whose thinking is the text meant to apply to? Who was the creator thinking of when he or she wrote it? Not every author writes with an audience in mind, but for the most part, in analyzing a historical text, you will be able to identify the intended audience, the person the creator had in mind when he or she wrote that text. The P in SOAPSTone stands for purpose. What is the intended message in this text, and what ideas does it try to express or communicate? What is the author's goal? Is the author on a mission, trying to accomplish some goal, meet some ambition, deliver some message? The P is the purpose of the text. The next S in SOAPSTone is the subject. What content is present in the text? Here, when we're reading poetry or reading a novel, look for the details in the text. What broad topics does it address, and what specific details are present? Does it connect to some of the big themes? Does it reference things that are not actually present in the text? The second S in SOAPSTone, relates to the subject of the text. And finally, the tone. What is the attitude communicated by this text? Think about tone words, words that could be used in a descriptive way to describe the tone or the vibe of a text. Words like hopeful, critical, sarcastic. Analyze the literary content of the text for tone. You can use this SOAPSTone structure anytime you analyze primary sources. Keep these notes handy in your notebook to refer back to them. You will use them often in the course of your middle school and high school history classes.